Hey guys. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about sharing the coaching opportunity through social media. If you watched Nicole's video yesterday, and I hope that you did, you saw her talking about really branding yourself on social media and kind of coming up with those 3 to 5 things outside of fitness, nutrition, Beachbody that you are going to talk about. This is so important, you guys, because this is the content that's going to attract people to you. We are in the business of attraction marketing. So people are not going to want to be on your team because of 21 Day Fix or because of Shakeology. They're going to want to be on your team because of you. Okay, so finding those 3 to 5 things that Nicole talked about, super important, and really presenting that content in a way that people are going to seek you out, okay? And not just because of the whole Beachbody thing, but just because they want to know what you're up to, all right? Facebook is crazy, and the way that you show up in somebody's newsfeed is crazy. And so what we need to do is create content and things that people are like, oh man, like Steph hasn't, like, what is she up to? I haven't seen her post lately, so that they are coming to you, okay? Now, when you're doing that and you're attracting people just to you and who you are, then we want to also start presenting the coaching opportunity kind of in the same way that you present, like doing your workout. Like it's just like a part of your day now, right? You're not, when you're doing 21 Day Fix or whatever, you're not always at the bottom like selling 21 Day Fix or always like asking people to a challenge group, right? You're just like, this is your day. This is what you do, okay? And the same way goes with coaching now. Part of this, you want to know who you're talking to. You want to know your audience, all right? I know that I talk to a lot of women, particularly women between 25 and 45. That is kind of like my age bracket. And so when I think about a woman that's in between those ages, I think about a mom, right? So I think that she is busy. She wears a lot of hats. She's doing a lot of different things. And so when I'm presenting the coaching opportunity in just like a fun everyday way, I think about what would attract me to this. Now that's not going to attract everyone, okay? Like some of you could read my posts about coaching or how I'm presenting coaching and being like, nah, that wouldn't do it for me. That's okay. We are all different. The people that I have on my team might not be the people that you have on your team, and that's all right, because we want the right people, because that's how it's going to work out, and that's how everybody's going to be successful, okay? So when I present coaching, I present it in my voice, and I think that that's really important, you guys, especially when it comes to, I know a lot of times we see posts and we like posts that maybe other coaches do, and we want to, kind of copy what they say. While I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you just need to make sure that it sounds like you, okay? Because if it doesn't sound like you and it sounds scripted, people can read, they know that, okay? They feel that. If you are normally like a very passionate person and you try to post something that's like really like whatevs, okay? It doesn't sound true. It doesn't sound right. And you're not going to get a good response really on anything if you're not just being who you are, okay? So, for example, when I post about anything, really, I just kind of have like a base level of like lightheartedness. I try to be funny. Well, my husband says I'm trying to be funny. I'm funny. Okay. No, I'm trying to be, just light. And I always want to add in a bit of humor. And a lot of that is because it's just totally my personality. And then the other part is that I want to attract people to me that enjoy that, because I enjoy that. And I have been so fortunate that so many of my coaches are hilarious. And when we talk, or when, when we have our little messages going or whatever, there's like just always this level of humor. Now that isn't going to be important for all of you, but that's important to me. And so I always, you need to be true to who you are. If you are deep and you want to talk about deep things, then that is how you present yourself on social media. Okay. So I always like to just kind of throw it in, like I'm throwing it in my day. All right. For example, I signed up for Punta Cana. All right. So I put a post on Facebook about signing up, and I just kind of said, like you guys, and I want to talk to Facebook like they are my friends. I always want to make people feel like this is me and you. I'm sitting down with one of my best friends and I am telling them this, story. And so I think I said something like, you guys, I just signed up for this all expenses paid trip, this homeschooling mom of 3 crazy kids with like this ridiculously busy surgical resident husband. And I just got to sign up for this all expenses paid trip. All right. And then kind of added some, and I made like kind of a joke about the room, like, yes, it does have a hot tub and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And then I kind of at the very end just slipped in like, when I became a coach, I did it because I wanted accountability for myself. I did it because I wanted to help with our income. And when I put those things in, that's because I also know my audience. And a lot of my audience is working moms or part-time working moms that want to be home. So many women on my team, they have to work to help, but they also don't really want to work outside their house. Okay. So you have to know who you're talking to. And I just said, I did this for these reasons, but now I find so much joy in encouraging others. I have this amazing team. They're hilarious. And I have this freedom of being able to go on this amazing trip with my husband, just my husband, blah, blah. And then I think at the end, I just put, like a little joke about my kids, like, also side note, like Bo won't wear pants today. Okay. I'm just keeping it in my voice. I'm relaying this information, but I'm keeping it in my voice because, and this is why this is important to know who you are. Facebook's news feed, you guys, is filled with people that do jobs similar to ours, and they are always selling. There's always a product shot. There's always a sale. There's always, something like, and we have to be different. You have to be different. And if what you are saying sounds scripted and sounds formed and sounds like you are trying to sell, nobody wants it. I don't want to be sold anything. It's partly my personality, but I don't want to be sold anything. Okay. So when we're talking about coaching, we're putting it in there. You have to keep it in your voice. You have to slip it in your day. Like it's just, this is what I'm doing today. Okay. That could go in like, for example, when you're on the call, when you're on the team call, maybe you do a little shot of all of our little pictures and we have our wine or our E&E or whatever it is that we have, and you can post something about like, your thoughts, whatever your thoughts are, okay? My thoughts would be like, I didn't have to get dressed to, and I get to drink wine while I'm having a business meeting. This is amazing, But whatever your thoughts are on that, you go with. Do you get to go on a date that you wouldn't get to go on before because you have a little extra money? Talk about that. Did you pay for a babysitter in the middle of the day and you went grocery shopping alone? Talk about that. Did you go to Super Saturday? Talk about that. Did you, sometimes I'll do like screenshots of like texts from my coaches, like back and forth from me and my coaches that have nothing to do with fitness, nothing to do with Beachbody, nothing to do with nutrition. They're just funny conversations. And I'll put that on there and just, say something about how like I love working with these people. This is the kind of like mayhem that happens on my phone all day. Okay. So keep it keep it in your voice, keep it just like easy. Okay. Not everything has to be a big moment, but those little moments, okay, that can build up to that big moment when you're like, doing that call for a sneak peek invitation, or just getting, you're going to send people the video about coaching. You're setting them up along the way. I'm going to give you a really quick example because I'm already at like 10 minutes, but I just want to tell you this. Before I started Beachbody, I had a friend who was was involved in another company. And she invited me many, many times over the course of probably a year to be a part of this company. And she just kept saying, I think you'd be so good. I think you do this so well, blah, 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 blah. And I was not interested. It was a huge buy-in, and I didn't really care about the products. And I'm just the type of person that I have to like be passionate about something, because if not, like my commitment level like totally drops off. Okay. So, and I know this about myself. So I just kept saying, no. But she kept posting these like girls' nights that she would go on with like her team, and these trips that she was going on with her team. And it wasn't ever like super salesy. It was just like, oh, I got, and it was fun and it was light. And those were the things, those little things that I was like, almost like, oh my gosh, like maybe I want to do this, that looks so fun, right? Those parts of it. So just, I say all that to say that sometimes we overthink a lot of this, and we're just like, or we don't put those things out there, or we don't talk about that aspect of coaching, but that could be the thing that draws somebody to you. Not everybody in this business needs to lose weight, and not everybody's going to be a customer before they're a coach. Some people are going to be attracted to the lifestyle that this can afford you, or the freedom that this can afford you. And those are the type of things that you need to make sure that you're putting out there also. Okay. Don't be afraid to talk about coaching. This can change someone's life. This has changed my life, and I am not afraid or ashamed or anything to say that to somebody else and say, this is why I'm telling you this, because this one move has changed the course of my family's life. And why wouldn't I tell you about that? Okay. All right. All right, girls, this is the longest video. I can't make a short video. Just know that when you click on my videos, they are way too long. Okay. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this helps a little bit. So maybe think about and post below an idea of how you can weave in coaching into your social media. Like, what are you going to do in the upcoming days to kind of, talk about coaching in your voice that works with your personality, and just kind of feed it into your newsfeed. Okay?